Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to give you guys the usual weekly market breakdown. I hope you're doing good. Hope you had a very good week there as well. Without any further ado, if you are new here, a sub would be appreciated because I am giving away 2 live funded accounts for 2 lucky winners at the end of February. All you need to do is be sub to the account. Also, make sure that you go over to my Instagram, follow the page, like the post, comment 2 of your friends in there as well. Now, I'm gonna sweeten this as well. Alright, if the YouTube channel gets to 6,000 subs by the end of the month, right, which is the same time I'm going to announce the winners for this. If the YouTube channel does hit 6,000 subs, I will be giving away not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 live funded accounts. The accounts will be paid for by me. It will be passed by me and will be handed over to you, and you'll be able to come and sit in my signal group for an entire month, where we did about 19% last month. This week we did just over 10% as well. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the information as far as trading is concerned as well. Now, if you don't know, it is earning season, not earnings, where companies come out and they go, hi, we've made so much, and most of these companies, they are listed obviously on the US stock exchange, which is the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, and if there is anything else, we can include that as well. But we are focused here on US stocks, right? So basically what that means, companies come out and say, we did good, we did bad, we did good, we did bad. Each company get an opportunity to come out and say whether they did good or bad, and thus affects the stock market. Now we're gonna jump straight into the information in terms of technicals, what we've had coming through this week, fundamental information that we can expect coming through next week, and what kind of price action we can expect from the index, then falling into everything else that is negatively correlated with the index there as well. Article by CNBC reads, stock futures trades lower as investors assess the latest earnings report. Firstly, stocks are down because of a very good dollar there as well. It says the US stocks were lower on Friday morning after a batch of disappointing quarterly reports as Wall Street heads for a weekly loss, which is funny because I need you to explain this to me. If Wall Street is running into a weekly loss, right, just hear me out. Wall Street is running into a weekly loss. We are still in the same week, and the price was basically sitting around that level when it started. Now, the market just pulled back as we are still anticipating this consolidation sideways movement over here. And it says that I think they should just say that as the Dow Jones is still in a consolidation, and they say that it is in a weekly loss. But we can see that the Dow Jones is down minus 0.44%. The Nasdaq down minus 1.38% respectively for this day as well. It says here stocks are coming off a losing, with the Dow Jones dropping nearly 250 points on Thursday, which was yesterday. The S&P is down 0.9% and the Nasdaq down 1.02%. Now, you know it, I know it, the market moves in waves, right? So we basically know that's how the market moves. Now, there is no other way for the market to go as well, because the market has to make an impulse, a correction, and that's what we normally do. Also, some crazy stuff. Also, my heart goes out for the people there in Turkey. There was this massive earthquake, and thousands and thousands of people had passed away, and my deepest condolences to the families out there as well, because all of that happened, morning hours, I think at about 2 in the morning, while we were having the best sleep of our life. Those people were out there fighting for this. So again, giving us, have to be very grateful, especially us here in South Africa. We don't experience earthquakes and tsunamis and that stuff here, but yes, my heart really goes out to those people out there, and the respect to everyone that has been contributing towards that as well. And then over and above that, we also had the SONA here in South Africa yesterday, where the president came out and he told us about talk about stuff that's going to happen this year, like an ex-husband who cheated on their wife, saying that I won't do it again, you have to take me back, and then you take them back, and then they just prove to you why they have to take you back there once again. Now on Friday, which is today, we do have some some consumer sentiment coming through, and then next week it's going to be a very busy week for the index. We've got the CPI, which is the indicator used to measure inflation, and then we got some retail sales and core retail sales, giving us a Monday to kind of dip our heads into the market to see where we can potentially look for a entry in terms of a technical perspective, which is what we are going to get to in a short while. Apologies, my friends. Now, on top of that, we also found out now that Chris Hart, or what's his name, this guy, this comedian, is also in South Africa, and a lot of people are saying, these prices are way too expensive, but he's not the only foreigner, the only foreign comedian who decided to come back to South Africa. Now, let's continue with what we have over here. Now, we're going to jump straight into the technical information and basically just go through what we have here as well. Now, the Dow Jones is currently trading at this structural level that, if you remember, on the last breakdown, I did say that we can see the Dow Jones pull down, including the Nasdaq printed this correction. Now, I'm just going to explain to you exactly what the next move, what you can expect the next move to be. Now, we're going to start with the dollar index. Now, the dollar, and we're going to do this on the daily because the price action is very, very, very straightforward. Now, here on the daily time frame, the dollar index printed a massive impulse. So after an impulse, you expect a correction. We had that sideways moving market as the correction. We had a test to the 0.382. We also had a market that broke above this strong level of resistance, came back to test it as support. But what you see here is you're basically seeing a sideways moving market. Now, remember, like I always say, markets tend to move sideways before high impact news. Now, the market is waiting, obviously, for the CPI data to be released next week, Tuesday. So for now, we could definitely see the market start moving sideways. Now, again, a higher CPI reading would then give investors an indication that the Feds are less likely to cool down with how much they would hike the interest rate, and a lower than anticipated reading will give investors hope that the Feds will not be as aggressive with the interest rate decision. Now, we can see how the market is stuck between this level over here, acted as a level of support. Market broke below that, tested it as resistance. The market broke above resistance, came to test it as support. Now, I always say the best way to trade a consolidation phase is just to basically trade in between it, and I think a lot of scalping traders would be able to to get their hands in here as well. But the best way for me to trade it, like I always say, it's obviously to wait for a clear break out of this zone and then start looking for that opportunity in the market there as well. I'm just trying to find my tools that I normally use because my previous so I would say a clear break above this level would make way for us to move to the upside. If we do get a break below this, then definitely all the way to the downside. But for now, we can definitely expect the market to just move sideways there as well. Next up, we do have gold. Now, gold once again is a funny story. Now, gold, I'm going to show you what market manipulation looks like. If you go on the 1 hour time frame, right? Now, the thing about gold is this is what market manipulation is to its best. This level over here is a level of support, right? Now, basically what retail traders does is when the market came here, everyone started to buy because according to some traders who some professional traders, this is called an equal low. So people come in here, this is support, and they say, let us buy. We're going to place our stop loss somewhere here. Then the market says, okay, we've got a lot of buyers in here because why? It's an equal low. So the market says, okay, let's go and get that liquidity, right? Now you get stopped out as a retail trader. Now the market says, okay, let's go back. Why? Because this support that got broken is now a level of resistance. Now retail traders come in and they say, okay, you beat us, it's fine, market maker. Okay, we are now going to sell at resistance. Where's your stop loss? above there, then the market just give us that as well. And this is basically how market manipulation works, because retail traders like to do the obvious, because it's obvious that that is what they will do. Now we can see gold also stuck between a level of resistance, now turn support, and the support over here that's acting as a level of resistance. If you can see there, I just want to give it to you guys a little bit clearer. So this is basically where gold is stuck now. Gold is stuck, broke below support, testing it as resistance, broke above resistance, testing it as support. Now we could potentially see gold starting this range, until we get that CPI data. Again, if we do break to the upside, then we can expect gold to continue higher. If we do break to the downside, we can definitely expect gold to move lower there as well. Here on the Nasdaq 100, the Nasdaq exactly went as anticipated last week, and this is basically where we are now. I do expect slightly deeper pullback. Just need to take the Fibonacci from the low to the high after this massive impulse. I do expect the market to dip slightly lower, go test the 61.8, and then from there we can definitely see the Nasdaq pull back, and then obviously start looking for that buying opportunities right from that level there as well. So that is where we are now, and I did that already. Yeah, things are a bit all over the place with the chart because I was logged out of my previous TradingView account, because that account I used my Facebook to log in, but then my Facebook got reported. I don't know why. So then they deleted my Facebook. Now I can't log in with my Facebook, so I couldn't log into my own account, so I had to create this account. That's why a lot of the stuff that you would normally see there is missing, and I need to re-add the tools here as well. Next up, we've got Euro USD. Now you can see this is exactly what I was speaking about, also stuck within a level there as well. Same price action, break below this will make room for the downside. If we do break above that, then we can definitely expect the market to continue higher. Now there's two ways that this is going to play out, and I will make an update once the CPI data becomes available. Right now, if the CPI does come out higher, then by all means a very strong dollar to continue. If it does come through lower, then we can expect the price of the index to fall slightly lower, as this means Fed's is likely to move that interest rates as high as anticipated. Yes guys, that is it from my side. Have a beautiful Friday. Please be safe, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Once we get to 6,000 subs, I'm giving away 4 accounts, including the 2 that I'm giving away at the end of the month. That is all from my side, guys. Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for ears. Bombastic.